Hello. All right, so today I'm answering an email from Lynette. Lynette has 2 questions. She says, number 1, did you have fears about your clothes getting tighter and tighter until you would have to buy bigger sizes? Well, yes. But the thing to do about that is to actually throw out any clothes that might limit your ability not to suppress your body weight. So for years I hung on to clothes that sort of fit me when I was quite underweight, and well, it's not true that I hung on for them for years. It was I guess for years I was wearing them. Then when I started recovery, those clothes began not to fit, and for a while I hung on to them just like they were sitting there in the wardrobe, and it was like they were holding me hostage a little bit more to the fact that I might continue to gain weight, and then those clothes would be even less likely to fit me, until one day I was just like, fuck this shit, chuck them all out. And I felt a lot of relief about that, actually. And then I realised that even the clothes that I was wearing right now that I knew I shouldn't be able to wear and that I would have to replace at some point, I decided to get rid of all of those as well, because I thought that the feeling of them getting tighter and tighter and my brain going crazy about this is another clothes size you're going up, despite the fact that I knew very well that I wanted to gain weight and I needed to gain weight, and the gaining weight was healthy, it was still freaky. My brain was still playing stupid games with the clothes sizes. So I even chucked away all the clothes that fit me and just wore elasticated baggy stuff, and decided I'm not going to buy any more clothes until I'm buying clothes that are the size that I should be without suppressing my body weight. So yes, it did freak me out. Yes, I got rid of all of those clothes. That's right, Dave. And just wore baggy stuff until I was actually a nice, me, non-suppressed body weight size. And the second question is, how did you cope with your experience this, feeling fat all day long, incredibly comfortable as you put on weight? A friend of mine explained this as feeling unwelcome in her own skin. Yeah, and I think that you have to come back to being accountable to the truth that every feeling that you indulge in is a choice. So your brain can throw up this idea of, I'm disgusting, I'm so overweight, I'm so fat. Whether you believe that, whether you indulge in that thought, whether you allow yourself to go over and over that thought, whether you believe that thought to be true or not, is a choice. And so with many of these things in recovery, we have to choose not to allow ourselves to indulge those thoughts, not to jump in when your brain gives you those I'm so fat thoughts, just to say, nope, I'm in recovery and I'm getting myself towards a healthy body, so shut the fuck up, fat thoughts. And it sounds like it's ridiculously easy, and you sound like, I know many of you be like, I can't just my thoughts, I can't stop them coming. You can. You've got to work out how to do it, because you can. I promise you can. I've done it, and I've worked with hundreds of people at this point that have managed to do it. You can, if you're determined to, you will work out how to develop that mental control. So, yeah. You can't control the thoughts that your brain throws up, not in the short term anyway. You're controlling them in the long term by rewiring those thought patterns, by not paying attention to them, so in a sense you can, and that's why in the long run your brain will stop throwing up those thoughts. In the short term, though, you can't control your brain throwing up those thoughts because you've trained your brain that those thoughts are important, so of course it's going to throw them up, but you can control your reaction to them. In the same way, you can't control if someone else says to you, I hate the colour of your hair, but you can control your reaction to it. You can either decide to get all upset, get really angry, to scream and yell and be like, but I like my hair. Or maybe you don't like your hair, but that's the example anyway. Or you can just go, that person's crazy. I'm not even going to bother getting upset by that. That's a choice. And many of us, by the time we're adults, we realize that the easiest way in life is to make the choice where we don't allow other people to upset us when they're being assholes. So it's the same with these eating disorder thoughts. I know it's tempting. I know it's tempting to scream at someone when they're being an asshole as well. But in the long run, what is the point? It's just a waste of energy. And I know it's tempting to listen to those eating disorder thoughts, but it's a waste of energy. And the more you listen to them, the stronger they'll get, because your brain will be like, oh, she's listening to these thoughts about me telling us she's fat, so they must be true and they must be important. If you just ignore those thoughts and you reject them, your brain will go, oh, these thoughts obviously aren't true or important, so I'm going to stop with them. All right, hope that helps, Onat.